Oh. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Blacken. Hi everybody. Welcome to the totally legitimate Scarlet stream. It's party time, Scarlet's not here. It's party time, we're taking over the Twitch.
That is me.
Hmm?
That is me.
So how's everyone doing? Yeah, I don't know why Zenny's in my office today. He's in the background. He's being kind of annoying. He's always so loud when I'm trying to record.
I'm trying to play my game. Shut up. Stop coming into my room and asking me to help with streams. I'm trying to play games here. That's way more important.
Wait, redeemed hydrate? I guess I gotta technically do that, don't I?
For a minute, I thought you were going to drink out of mine.
I'm not drinking out of yours. Alright, chat, what should we do on stream today? Also, you should absolutely go commission me on VGen. Why are you pointing at Zenny? What?
Do the stuff. Answer the questions.
What questions? What questions? What? You have questions? What? Where? There? What? You can point all you want. I can't see. What? What?
Scroll.
Oh. You have questions?
Yes.
It's like a thing?
There's also comics.
How often do you drink all the time? Streaming is stressful. I constantly get wasted at the bar. You not understand how hard it is to be an e-girl? I gotta like, I get drunk every day. I'm always wasted. What's the next question? Cookies or waffles? Waffle cookies. Is that even a question? You combine the two and put chocolate chips in the waffles. Waffles are cookies. What else do we got? Show or movie? Oh, that's an easy one. Show. Especially like the... I'm gonna answer this one legitimately. Especially the ones that are like... Where it's like, hour-long episodes and they actually have the time to tell like a whole story like the Fallout show, I don't think would have worked as a movie. So I prefer I prefer the shows if they're like 9 episodes and they're all like an hour long. What else do we got here? Do you like children or nah? Nah. Every single day I go outside and I go to the playground and I just beat them all up. Like, with reckless abandon. Like, I just pull out a baseball bat and then we just go and we slaughter all of them. Down with the offspring. Next. Are you able to sit through a whole movie without looking at your phone? No, she is not! Unless we're at the movie theater, she will sometimes glance at her phone and check Twitter. I mean, I sometimes glance at my phone and check Twitter. Do you lie often? Absolutely not. I couldn't lie to save my life. If you asked me to not give up the nuclear launch codes, I would 100% tell you every digit in numerical order and cause World War III because I would absolutely give it up because I can't lie. What else we got? Do you sometimes think about a friend you don't talk to? I think we all do that.
You broke character.
I didn't break character. I am the character. But I think we all do that where we always think of like the friends we had in like middle school or high school. But Zenny let her cook. Yes, Zenny, let me cook. We always think of those friends in high school, the ones who were like super nice to us and then betrayed us in cold blood. What do we got next? You only add close friends to your socials? I mean, yes. I don't want some random dude named Steve following my socials. I don't know Steve. Why am I progressively getting more weird, like a woo, as we go on with this? What's that? Wish I was more like you. Yeah, Zenny, you should be more like me too. Everybody should be more like me. And also commission me on VJ. Cats or dogs? I think it's a well-known fact that I, Dark Knight, mystical, magical, Scarlet, am a dog person. 100% a dog person. Without a doubt, I am a dog person. Dogs are superior to cats in every way.
You're a lie.
Shut up, Zanny. When do you go to bed? Usually I start to pass out at my desk around 6 in the morning and don't go to bed until I either pass out or Zenny tells me, I mean Mystic or Scarlet or until Frisk tells me to go to bed. Which element, fire, water, air, earth, do you feel suits you best? Well, I usually live under a rock, so I would say earth. No, probably fire, because the name's Scarlet.
I was gonna say Earth, but not for that reason.
Well, I'm trying to stay in character while also actually answer this, because, I mean, definitely not water. Definitely not water. Air, definitely for the other persona. So, yeah, probably Earth, because, well, you've got Scarlet, then you've got Greenfield, so probably Earth while it's on fire. My boyfriend says liking someone else's post is basically cheating. Do you agree? Well, no. That's not how that works.
Just gonna answer all of them.
That's not at all how that works. Liking someone else's post does not mean you're cheating on them. That's like saying that you're cheating on somebody by watching porn. It doesn't work that way.
I feel like this didn't actually happen and someone was trolling with that, but...
Maybe, but well, I know so many people, Zenny, who literally do stuff like that. There are so many people who think like that. I understand if you're possessive, sometimes it's cute, but they're not gonna leave you for the Instagram person they liked yesterday. It doesn't work that way.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
It can sometimes be cute.
Being clingy is cute. Being possessive is not cute.
That depends. I mean, I've seen a lot of like animes and stuff where it's like...
that's anime. That's not real.
I don't like real life. We don't talk about real life. If we were gonna talk about real life, we wouldn't be a VTuber. Your voice is sweet listening to it. Well, this question didn't age well, but thank you. What's one thing I can do that guarantees you'll reply fast? Send feet. If you send feet, no. I will 100% reply fast. No, but honestly, like, that's a legit question. There is nothing you can do to make me reply faster. Because, like, I'll see it when I see it. Like, typically with it like, to break character for a second, typically if you, like, send me more messages, I'm gonna purposely take longer to reply to you.
Wait, but that's not breaking character, that's just me.
Touché, Zenny. Alright, we'll answer 3 more, and then I'll magically turn into a girl again. Are you okay with keeping secrets for a friend that could hurt someone else? I wasn't expecting a very deep question. Yes and no. So, are you okay with keeping secrets for a friend that could hurt someone else? It depends. Like, if you would come to me and you say, "Oh, I'm cheating on my partner," don't tell them. I'll probably tell them.
Yeah, I'm not good at
But it depends. It depends, really. Like, if it's like, oh, I'm only doing this for a friend because it makes them happy. Like, for example, if someone came up to me and they said, I actually really don't like playing Lethal Company, but it makes my friend happy when I play Lethal Company, that's a secret I'll probably keep. But if it's like, oh, I've been doing this behind their back, please don't tell them because it'll really hurt them. Bitch, I'll hurt you before it hurts them. Like, don't fucking do that shit. What else we got?
You should voice act. Do some voice acting.
Voice acting? What do you mean? Wait, what?
Scroll down more.
Scroll down more. Rita, sweetie belle. Wait, what? Are these the only ones?
No, there were some comics. There's a pony comic.
Where? Help me, Zenny. Just take the mouse wheel. I don't know my stream setup.
You won't be able to see it though.
Hurry up, Zenny. I'm getting impatient.
You're not gonna be able to see it.
I will absolutely... Oh, dear God. Wait, no, I can see it on the stream. Hold on. Hold on, let me cook. Let me cook. Oh, God, I gotta sound like Rarity. For some reason, that sounds worse than trying to sound like Twilight. Dear Princess Celestia. I'm so glad my brother married Cadence. She's the best babysitter in the history of babysitters. Oh, phone sitters. Wait, what? No, I don't care. What did Rarity say? She has a book for it. You gotta back up, Zenny. You're ruining the model. What does Rarity sound like again?
Sweetie Belle.
Oh, right. Sweetie Belle. Oh no, best false sitter. How are you sure about that? Pulls out book. Is that not Rarity? Does Rarity not sound like this? It's a beautiful day outside. Sweetie Belle is singing. Spike is... I can't say that word on Twitch. I was gonna say S-I-M.
I say it by accident all the time because it's a habit.
Yeah, but knowing me, it'd be the one time I say it, we get in trouble. Rarity is sans AU. What else we got? Oh, I want to do a Pinkie Pie one. What's this one? I want to do it anyway.
Retakes, I guess. I did that 2 days ago.
Why do I keep sinking into the abyss? Get out of the way!
Whoops.
Get out of the way, Zenny!
I just landed on Kitty.
Don't land on my cat! Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. It is if you use the old Polish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. God damn it, Pinkie Pie, I told you to get off the cocaine. Why are you always on the cocaine? Seriously, it's a problem. We're all concerned about you, Pinkie Pie. We know what you've been putting in your cupcakes. You need to stop sending people into your basement. It's getting disturbing. Also, stay out of my shed. I'm gonna answer one more random question. Does body count matter to you? Well, as a professional hitwoman myself, I would say body count definitely does matter, because at the Assassins convention that I like to go to, we do like to compare body counts. Unless you're talking about body counts in terms of sex, then no, honestly, body count is not that important. I'm gonna answer one more question at random. Let's pick one. What's this one? Why do some people stay in relationships that they know are toxic? Stockholm Syndrome. Moving on. Hairless cats. Ugly or cute?
Cute.
I'm pretty sure hairless cats are actually aliens sent from Mars.
No, that's babies.
Babies are aliens sent by Mars. They look the same, though. Because hairless cats look like baby cats. But, like, if baby cats, like, didn't evolve, like, if you didn't give your baby cat a moonstone, and he didn't turn into a Luna cat, then it would be the hairless cat. So hairless cats are just the starter evolution of cats, and they haven't touched an evolution stone yet. So, yeah, they're adorable because Eevee's adorable. Have your friends changed you? Absolutely they have. Because... breaking character, I used to be mute. I don't know if people knew that, actually. I used to be mute and not talk on voice calls or anything. I used to be, like, super shy. And then my friends, like, broke my shell, and now I can't shut up. It's a problem now. I gotta go back. Been riding a skateboard for long. Actually, yes. I shred it all the time. Me and my friends go out and we do a bunch of 720, 360 no-scope spins on our skateboards. We've gotten into the habit of putting chainsaw motors on the back of them so we can go faster. We've been skating up and down the north side of the Empire State Building for the past 3 years. And basically, as soon as I get all of the letters of combo, I'm gonna finally retire, but I can't get the letter B because it's on the power line, and that's so impossible to reach without getting electrocuted. This one just says Kitty.
Yeah, you.
It's just a picture of Kitty. All right, all right.
They're all the questions I put on.
How does this kitty make you feel, chat? This little nightmare of a bastard. This Mr. I'm gonna meow at 3 in the morning as soon as you get comfy in bed. Mr. I'm gonna scratch the shit out of all of your possessions. This adorable little fuzzball is a menace to society. We need to cancel him. We need to get rid of him. We need to get him off the internet. Hide him from Shane Dawson.
You're just pressing random things now.
Yes. That question's too long for me. What are the ones that are just labeled RDC?
That's a comic.
Oh. Persona reference
Very big
sheet.
comic.
Persona reference sheet.
Some of this is just stuff to show on stream.
I understand, but out of context, this stuff seems funny. Alright, chat. I'm getting bored now, so I'm gonna... How do I describe what I'm about to do? I'm going to transform. I'm gonna drink a gender potion. And then I'm going to, I don't know. But anyway, you should totally go follow Magical Boy Zenny on Twitch, because I hear that loser is going to start streaming again this weekend. So you should, like, go say really, really nice things in his comment section and talk about your favorite toppings of tacos. Speaking of which, I just realized I'm supposed to go order tacos.
Get me tacos, I'm hungry.
Shut up, Zenny! You're so annoying, God. Freaking gingers, I swear.
But...
Yeah?
I mean, you have red hair.
I do.
But it doesn't count because it's
I'm
not
jealous of
red.
your real red hair, Zenny. I'm jealous that you have real red hair because it's so beautiful and so amazing, Zenny, that I feel like I should just surrender my hair rights and go bald.
What?
And you just have the hair from now on, because I can't compete with your beautiful red hair, Zenny. You're just too amazing and too spectacular, and yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I feel my voice changing. No. Oh God.
I don't know what that was. You didn't have the direct monitor on this whole time?
No. Was I supposed to?
So you could hear your voice better.
I don't want to hear my voice. I'm annoying.
Make tacos, I'm hungry. I mean, buy
Make them?
Yeah, make them.
Yeah, let me just go get my crafting bench out.
Yeah, that's how you make tacos.
Let me just go get my crafting bench out and my materials, and I'll craft you some high quality tacos in a couple minutes. Do you have any stat boosters? Tacos are hard. I need to get my control up. I could just use Kitty as a crafting material to make tacos.
I don't have any skills in making food.
So you don't even remember to put water in the pot before you make ramen.
There was water, but I left it so long that it all evaporated.
It all evaporated.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
In the sky.
In the sky?
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what you should do for streams?
What?
For whenever I just randomly pop in. Get a little, like, Zenny plush or something in the background that's actually reactive.
Well, how would it react?
Like if I ever just joined randomly for a talk stream. Instead of the normal Zenny reactive, you get like a little plush or something. Little chibi Zenny. And this is absolutely in no way because I just want a chibi Zenny.
I'm hungry.
Alright, Your Majesty. I'll go order
I am
some
a
tacos.
princess.
I'm gonna put ghost pepper sauce on it.
I'll
I'm gonna
eat
go put
it.
their insane sauce on this.
I'll eat it. You think that's gonna bother me? But I'd rather the other sauce.
I will never get over when you got hot sauce and then also like mango sauce or something, or was it pineapple?
Sounded good.
It was
Yeah,
mango
I did
pineapple
that
or something?
twice. The first time it was pine. Wait, no, what? Yeah, it was pineapple habanero, and I thought the pineapple sounded
What was
good.
the name of that source filmmaker guy we were hanging out with? What was his name again?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
No, he's messaged me a long time ago, so.
Well, when we were at like Anime North in Toronto, we were hanging out with some friends, and she gives me that taco with like literal hot sauce, like habanero and pineapple, which I don't know if you knew this, but pineapple makes spicier things spicier. So I'm there eating it, and he's just there like cheering me on like I'm fighting a freaking war or something. Like, you can do it, man, you can survive, come on, you can do it, just finish the taco. And it didn't help he was dressed like a Combine soldier from Half-Life.
Yeah, I can't find him on my list.
He died. It's okay. He'll get better.
I know he messaged me recently, and
can
I
I
don't
rant?
remember if I replied
Can I
or not.
rant for a second? I hate this Discord layout.
It looks normal to me.
It looks fucking stupid. Why are the icons so tiny now?
I did that on purpose. It let me
No,
choose that.
that is just Discord now. 'Cause
No, it let me choose that for the theme. It said, how big do you want them? I chose tiny.
No, because like I just updated my Discord and it made everything tiny.
No, it asked, when it gave me the update and it asked me how I wanted it to look, and I
It
chose
gave
tiny.
you an option?
Yes, I chose that
It didn't
because
give me any
I
option.
wanted it tiny so I could see more on my screen at once.
It didn't give me an option. Also, did you see the Discord is now like in beta, like adding a voice changer for calls?
What?
And there's one that actually legitimately makes you sound like an e-girl.
And people can't see, well, if you have a voice changer on.
If you activate the Discord voice changer, at least from what I've seen, it doesn't say you're using it, but it does actually make you sound like an e-girl.
I
'Cause
mean,
was
usually
playing...
I can tell if someone's using
Oh yeah,
a voice
you can
changer.
tell if you're
yeah.
listening for it, but I was playing Final Fantasy with the friend group yesterday, and somebody had the beta feature, and they came into chat literally sounding like a VTuber e-girl styled voice, and we're like, what the hell? Because we thought someone had his microphone for a second. It was that convincing for a little bit, but it was so funny. It's so funny.
Because, well, I've had some people come onto the stream and they, like, very obviously had a voice changer, but...
All I know is I can't wait for that feature to be rolled out to everybody, because I will use it all the time.
I think some are better than others.
Oh, definitely. Some voice changers are better. They're getting good nowadays, though. Alright, I'm gonna go order tacos. I keep forgetting.
I have your drink,
Oh.
but mine ran out.
You have my liquid?
My drink ran out, though.
Your drink ran out.
Fill it.
Fill it.
Yes.
And if I refuse?
I'll be sad.
Oh, fuck. Don't blackmail me like that.
And I'll have to go to Be Right Back.
What? That'll cost you at least a viewer. Also, you said we were playing Split Fiction tonight?
Yeah, at 11.
Oh, by the way, chat, I upset Scarlett yesterday. I've never seen her so depressed and upset than she was yesterday. Because I did an unspeakable act that any partner should never do for their lover. I bought us tickets to the Minecraft movie, and she's never been more mad at me.
I had to get rid of one of my streams for that.
It was early. It's a 4:40 show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still streaming on that day. I just had to change it.
Yeah, I got us an early showing. It was the only showing, but I got us an early showing. Why is it sold out for the whole weekend? I checked online and the Minecraft movie is sold out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going on Thursday, which is 2 days from now.
If it was today, I would like make a joke tweet about loving the movie, but that I'm too embarrassed that someone might think I'm serious.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity to release the Minecraft movie on April 1st. They absolutely should have released it on April 1st. You just go and it's a completely
because it wasn't
movie.
Supposed to be a joke.
What if they did that? What if they released the Minecraft movie on April 1st and when you went to go see it, it was a completely, like, different romance comedy or something that had nothing to do with Minecraft?
Yeah, or all the movies were wrong on April 1st.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. You go to sit down for Minecraft and you get Captain America, The New Hope.
I think some people would be annoyed by that joke.
I feel like you should at least start at like 5 minutes of a different movie before correcting it. That'd be so
Thank you for
funny.
following.
That'd be so funny if you just like, for like 5 minutes. You remember when we went to go see Spider-Man and it was like glitching out, like the screen was glitching out?
Yeah.
And they had to restart the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was like only the opening bit though.
Yeah, they started it with messed up, like...
It looked terrible. Like, imagine you're watching a movie that it rewinds half a second every couple seconds. It was
Was
weird.
it because it was 3D, or was it just...
I think something messed up with the projector, because they turned it off completely and then turned it back on. And then the crowd cheered.
I thought my eyes were just really bad or something.
I thought it was like the angle we were watching it, because we were like at the side of the theater, but...
that was the point where I didn't have glasses, I think.
What's it like going to the movies with glasses now?
I can see. Okay, cons without glasses was the worst thing ever because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, because people would walk up to you and you would, unless they were really close,
yeah,
you
but
couldn't
like,
see them.
the panels as well, that was awful.
Well, now you have glasses. And I still haven't filled your drink or ordered tacos yet.
And I'm so hungry.
I know, you're practically fading away.
Mm-hmm.
You've already lost your left arm. I gotta order something. Do you want the cheesecake, the deep fried cheesecake?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
But it's like $5.
Worth it.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
Wait, 2 of them are $5?
Oh, one's $5.
So
$5
2 of them are $10?
Yeah. To be fair, deep fried cheesecake is actually like not that easy to make, so.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, if you bought a deep fried cheesecake at fucking the store, it'd probably be $5. It's not that bad. What do you want for drink?
G Fuel.
Well, there's no G Fuel. It hasn't here yet. Where's our sponsorship?
I don't know.
Does G Fuel really do sponsorships anymore?
I mean, they have it. They have a Hololive flavor now. I don't know.
Everybody has a Hololive flavor now, though.
But they only do specific ones.
Probably only specific ones because they're big now and they don't need to do smaller creators.
Well, they always did big creators.
Yeah, they did medium-sized ones for a little bit there, and then when they got really popular, they did mostly like media franchise collabs, like Spider-Man and Elden Ring.
They did PewDiePie, who is not small.
PewDiePie was like one of their first flavors, though.
Yeah, they never did like really small people though, or like medium people. They were always really big people.
Not as big as PewDiePie, though.
Yeah, but he was there first.
True. It seems like they do more of like IRL like content streamers, whereas GamerSupps does more like
They did Hololive, but that's it.
Yeah, but fucking Smite did Hololive. Everybody does Hololive at some point, it seems. I love how you're swaying back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know. Caffeine.
Who gave you caffeine?
Yo.
God damn it, Zenny. I shouldn't be giving her caffeine.
It makes me feel better. I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, caffeine will do that. It releases the serotonin.
Streaming is hard without caffeine.
Life is hard without caffeine. Why do you think parents who work 9 to 5 drink like 6 coffees a day?
I get overwhelmed by streaming.
And then you have the caffeine and you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when I stream consistently, it gets overwhelming. How do people work every day?
They don't have ADHD.
I can't even. I can hardly even stream every day. That's already hard enough.
How do people stream for like 48 hours?
I can only do like short streams, but that's also because streaming isn't the only thing I do. So.
Factual. Okay, I'm finally gonna go order tacos now and fill your drink. What flavors, what flavor water enhancer do you want?
Blue raspberry, obviously.
I drank it.
What?
Yeah, I just squirted it all into my mouth and drank it.
What? I don't believe you.
I was thirsty. Also, we're out of water.
The longest stream I did was 12 hours, and it was a challenge. And I only did that one time.
How did that go?
That was a birthday stream a really long time ago, so.
Do it again.
I used to have
72-hour stream.
I used to have more viewers years ago, which kind of sucks, but it's back when I acted super lewd in Parasocial. Because of course. It's back when I became friends with fans, which got them interested in me, but that turned out terribly.
Yeah, because some people take it way too far.
And they a lot of them, they treat me as if I'm some object. They don't consider. Some of the ones, some of them showed up at cons and it got weird. And I used to, I still interact with them at cons if they're not weird. But there's been times where, I've intentionally avoided people because they weirded me out and they just would not get the hint. They just kept coming back. Yeah, a lot of my fans got bored of me because I started acting less lewd than I used to, but most of those fans were annoying, so... And I started, teasing Parasocial fans less. I mostly focus on my paying supporters now, but even then they can be a problem. They're paying for the interaction, but they think I'm serious. Yeah, it's also that, I was teasing these people who weren't even supporting me, who didn't really deserve it. I mean, I mostly tease, my friends now. Well, I'm trying to get back into, making content more so that I can make money again because I'm running low because of not doing that content, but it'll mostly be me working on content and promoting the content, and yeah. I at one point made a lot, but that's when I was making content with someone I don't interact with anymore because they were a jerk. But I also just kind of like stopped posting much for a while because I just didn't feel like it. I just wanted to do my safe for work voice acting, and I was stuck on one big commission that, well, that one is sort of NSFW, but I was focusing more on voice acting than the other stuff. You thankfully don't remember names well? At this point, I don't remember anyone. It makes things really awkward. There's a lot of different people interacting with me, and there's like a very select few people who I actually remember. And it's usually only people I'm close to. I might, occasionally I'll remember a fan who is very active, but most fans I won't remember. And a lot of them assume I will, so it gets really awkward. I can remember a couple of the most active fans, but I won't remember the people who like only interact with me occasionally. Even some of the people who interact with me, well, yeah, I remember you. Even some of the people who interact with me a lot, sometimes I don't remember them because I'm not paying attention. And also, some people are more memorable than others. Some of them, it's just like, some of the names are more memorable. Well, some people I remember by name, but I don't remember much more than that about them. Like, I recognize their name, but I don't remember much more than that. Yeah, when, like, a lot of supporters just assume I'll remember. There was this one time, so I was at Vancouver, and this person came up to me and said, we follow each other on social media, and I'm just like, I follow a lot of people. Awkward. It was someone I hardly knew, who later this person was really weird to me. Like, later I figured out who they were, and it was a pretty weird person. So yeah, they apologize for subscribing to me on my lewd page, and I'm like, why? Why are you saying sorry? Because they were Christian and they felt bad. And I'm like, honestly, I feel more offended that you think it's a bad thing. And they're like, oh wait, I'll resub then. But then they felt bad again and unsubbed. So I guess free money multiple times. I'll take it. But that interaction was pretty weird. Damn it, bot. I need to add that to my list. Yeah, I've banned some of those, but they keep changing it up. Like, I've put them on the list of words that are muted in chat, but they change them because they catch on to that. Yeah, one of the hardest parts of being a content creator is dealing with the weird fans. It ruins my mood. I try to ignore them. That's why I have so much muted now. I have so many things muted on social media. That's why I'm not gonna like remember people on social media anymore. I have them all muted. Not all of them are bad, but it's just because it's overwhelming. Well, I have all my notifications muted except for like people I follow, but if I click on a post and I can read the comments. And though it becomes a problem, I fixed this problem. I have to look up my username, search my username often, because sometimes people like mention me in stuff I voice for and in art that they made for me, but I don't follow them, so I miss the notification. But even if I did have my notifications set to everyone, I would miss it because there'd just be so many of them. Often I also make posts and then sometimes too many people interact with it, so I mute the conversation. Because it makes it hard for me to focus on content. Especially if like I make a post that is like a sort of event or rant, the interactions start to overwhelm me and then I mute it. Yeah, to make it stop overwhelming me. Sometimes I literally just instantly mute it because I just want to say something, but I don't want to be overwhelmed by the interactions with it. At this point, I mute a lot of my mute a lot of the conversation, a lot of the interactions with tweets because I'm just promoting and yeah. But yeah, there's some people who like they think I'll remember them when we never interacted like privately before and they've only interacted with my tweets, but it's like at this point I don't even see their interactions. And often it's people who literally like haven't even interacted that much, but they just assume. I have a limited memory space. Well, I do follow a lot of people. I just follow every content creator. Sometimes I follow the wrong people and Okay, I like that recently on Twitter, I used to have this problem where, like, because my DMs used to be open and I had a lot of, like, weird, annoying people DMing me, but I eventually closed them, but those people were still DMing me even when I wasn't replying. But more recently, they added a feature to block DMs only, so those people, I'm not fully blocking them, but I block them from DMing me. I prefer that because and I don't really like blocking fans. I only really block people if they like really bug me. Like, I mostly try to just ignore if like people bother me. I also often give people at least one warning. Unless they're just like straight up rude to me. Or they're trolling. They're like, some people are just very clearly trolling. Yeah, I'm swaying a lot. I'm also always worried that I'm gonna accidentally offend people. Because I'm getting overwhelmed.
What's up, my skibbities?
What?
What's up, my skibbity rizzlers?
Tacos? Where tacos? Ordered?
The tacos? Those are skibbity coming.
I never trust that you actually did it.
Of course I did it, no cap. Alright, I'll be back later with tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Stay skibbity.
Zenny is a zoomer. Technically I am. Zenny's older. I'm on the very end of Gen Z. I'm older Gen Z, not young Gen Z. Well, Zenny is also just, barely millennial. But Zenny is, a bit older than Blackened, I think. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You still look good, though. I realize, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't agree with that. I mean, I think Zenny does look young for his age. He's like almost 30, actually. Time goes too fast. Kitty. Kitty scratching at the door. If you're scratching at the door, actually come in, Kitty. I can't follow you out there. Okay, Kitty is curled up on the bed now. On my skirt. Using my skirt as a pillow. If there's something on the bed, he's gonna use that. Okay, well. Make sure I don't have any lewd stuff on here if I open it up. Yeah, I don't remember, but I saved most art. Ugh. Didn't you draw me a lot of times? Thank you. I always love when people draw me. This is a really short comic. Actually, let me, I usually get other people to do art for me. Okay. Just trying to see if there's a higher resolution version of this. Still low. Wait, did it? Oh, it did. It's doing that. Thank you for following. Thank you for following. Let me just check. It's fine. Head pats. Yeah, it did it. It for some reason turned off the stream for a minute. I had to restart it. Oh. All the head pads, yes. Wait, yeah, they should both be on. It just restarted the stream. Let me just check the other one. I like how I like how when Zenny was acting as me, he knew to say blackened as blackened. I like how he knew that. Wait, did it? Wait, no. I guess I normally had it on this screen. I keep forgetting. Where's it? This one.
Are you still streaming?
Yes.
Alright, perfect, because I have topics.
Why is that perfect?
I don't know. Because I'm sure they were invested in the lore.
Is this the right one?
I had to remake your order from scratch because it wasn't saved for some reason, so hopefully I got it decently correct.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, there's gonna be eating noises now.
Oh, they like that.
I'm so hungry. Mm. Deep fried cheesecake.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birth. Happy.
Well, it's kind of hard to hear this when I hear background music.
Happy birth. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday.
Yeah, that's just me talking.
I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. 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 It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. Happy birthday.
I accidentally pressed play with,
Shy. Happy birthday, Fluttershy. Happy
because this
birthday,
food
Fluttershy.
container is laying on the base bar. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't press export audio. I pressed save the entire thing.
Birthday, Fluttershy.
I'm doing good. How are you? I am currently eating tacos. I would if you were here.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy. Happy birthday, Fluttershy. Happy birthday, Fluttershy. Happy birthday.
I'm gonna make a mess trying to do this and eat. I was so hungry. It's spicy though. It's just how I like it. But, I need to go to the washroom real quick. Okay, I'm back. I found an instrumental while I was doing stuff.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birthday!
My nose is running because of the spiciness. I had to go get a napkin. I'm still not completely done eating. I still have the cheesecake and there's some chips. Also, I'm having some allergies. Probably Kitty's fault. Oh yeah, and then then I pet Kitty and then I start rubbing my face after that, which makes my allergies worse.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! 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 But it's not my birthday.
Okay, her voice is way quieter than Pinkie Pie's voice.
But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday.
Well, that was random. I ship Anna and Elsa.
But it's not my birthday. 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 But it's not my birthday.
Welcome.
But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday.
I don't actually know which take I like best.
But it's not my. But it's not my birthday. 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 Happy birthday, Fluttershy!
Yeah, Pinkie Pie's voice is way louder than Fluttershy's.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. But it's not my birthday.
Even though it's both me.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday.
I'm doing good. How are you? I just had tacos and I still have deep fried cheesecake in a roll.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. Happy... Happy birthday, Fluttershy! Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday.
Yeah, like I said, that person just came in here and said something super random. Thank you for reading. Yeah, I'm streaming earlier than usual. Wait. Don't mind the eating sounds.
Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday.
I rewatched the same part over and
Birthday,
over again.
Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday.
And this is literally only a 2-panel comic. So pretty simple. Oh, right. Next line.
It is if you use the old ponish calendar. It is if you use the old ponish calendar. Is if you use the old ponish calendar. Birthday. It is if you use the old pony. It is if you use the old ponish calendar. It is if you use the old ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. 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 See you've been reading.
Love you too.
I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. I see you've been reading Twilight's. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. 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 Calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. Ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. Ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. Is if you use the old Ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. Is if you use. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But it's not my birthday. It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. It is if you use the old Ponish calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books. Happy birthday, Fluttershy! But It is if you use the old ponage calendar. I see you've been reading Twilight's history books.
Yep, that's about it. I'll do finishing touches to that later. There was something else Oops, did I unplug my headphones? What exactly did I do? Or did I... Oh, okay, it's just... Make sure I didn't mess up the stream audio. No, it looks fine. I think. Okay, there's a... What? What's funny? There's another comic. Well, a comic I'm helping someone with. Comic dub. I've actually voiced this comic before, but this time I'm doing a different character. And it was a long time ago. This time I'm doing Scootaloo and Applejack. Okay, check. Okay. Did I send myself the comic pages though? I might have not. That's fine, I can do that. At least I have them on. To readjust. Okay, so that I'm in the correct spot for the audio to sound okay. My voice, well, yeah, that's it. Trying to do voice acting after eating. Zoo what? No, we're getting them in being jungle adventurers. I don't voice Scootaloo that much, but so this is a little bit new. Zoo what? No, we're getting them in being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them being okay, just make sure this loud. Just need to check the audio. Oh, I'm not even showing this on screen right now. Playback device. I can't hear it. It's weird. Okay. Zoo what? Now I can. We're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Yeah, I sound a little bit stuffy. I did take an allergy pill though. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. I don't think we look much like hippos. I don't think we look much like hippos. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. I don't think we look much like hippos. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. I don't think we look much like hippos. I don't think we look much like hippos. I don't think we look much like hippos. I'm just warming up, so I'm doing it repeatedly. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. Zoo what? No, we're getting them and being jungle adventurers. I don't think we look much like hippos. And then she laughs. She looks like a lot like Applejack in that last panel. Though I think I'm gonna work on this more off stream after, but Zoo what? No, we're getting them being Zoo what? No, we're getting them being jungle adventurers. I don't think we look much like hippos. 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 No. 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 If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, if this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, and this is probably gonna pique my... I'm gonna turn it down a little bit to do this line. No! No! This is gonna take a bit. No! No! But I'm probably gonna do it better once I end stream. No! Okay. I'm also doing Applejack though. I think that Scootaloo didn't have a lot. Okay, if we're gonna start doing... If this doesn't get me a cutie mark, I don't know what will. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Yeehaw! Getting into character. Apple Bloom, it's time to get up! 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 Oh, my cat is scratching at the door. What's that noise outside the room? Hey, Buckaroo! Hey, Buckaroo! How was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? Kitty. Busy, kitty. Hey, Buckaroo! How was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? No, kitty. Hey, Buckaroo, how was the critter wrangle? Hey, Buckaroo, how was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? Hey, Buckaroo, how was the critter Hey, Buckaroo, how was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. Can't pronounce orchard. You can try your hooves at astronomy. Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying over in a few days. Yes, kitty. well, maybe you could try... well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You can try your hooves at astronomy. Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy orchard flying overhead in a few days. Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could try your hooves at astronomy. Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could try your hoof at astronomy. Well, what's got her so addled? 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 Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could... well, maybe you can try some... well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could try your hooves at astronomy. Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could try your hooves at astronomy. Well, what's got her so addled? Well, what's got her so addled? Well, maybe you can try something else. Hey, Buckaroo. Hey, Buckaroo. How was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? Hey, Buckaroo. Hey, Buckaroo. How was the critter wrangling? Got your cutie mark yet? Well, maybe you can try something else. Twilight says there's a fancy comet flying overhead in a few days. We could set up a tent in the orchard. You could try your hooves at astronomy. Well, what's got her so addled? Well, what's got her so addled? No. 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 Those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some... those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Those three fillies sure are acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have an idea of what's going on. Those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have an idea what's going on. Those three fillies sure are... Those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Those three fillies sure are... those three fillies are... those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Those three fillies sure... those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Those three fillies are sure acting funny. Those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's... those three fillies are sure acting funny. There's Twilight. She'll have some idea what's going on. Rainbow? 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 Twilight, my sister and her crew are being... Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Twilight, my sister and her crew are being as peculiar as everybody else. Something ain't right. Okay, anyways, I think I'm going to continue working on stuff off stream for now. How long has this stream been on for? A while, I think. Well, not that long, but I usually do this for an hour. And I'm streaming it again later. Yep, it's been an hour.